Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Wars Radio for the week of January 21st, 2005. I am your host, Mark Tuttle. Welcome, everyone, to this week's show. A little bit of a different intro this week. The boys from ZZ Top bringing us in because we are in the mood for Vegas.
Vegas, baby. Vegas.
And that's still a couple of weeks away, but we're going to talk a lot about that today, and specifically the Decipher Vegas Open and why you should be there, why it's going to be a cool event for Wars TCG players. With me in the studio today is Trevor McGregor. Trevor, your big, long official Decipher title once again is?
I'm the organized play coordinator.
What does that mean exactly?
I coordinate organized play for Decipher.
I expected something better. All right, so let's talk.
I'm still so excited about Vegas, so it's kind of hard to...
All right, yeah, Vegas is coming up March 11th through 13th. Of course, we're talking about Las Vegas, Nevada, the coolest city on Earth.
It is far and away the coolest city on Earth.
And what a great place to have the $10,000 booster draft tournament for Wars TCG. Now, we know that we're going to have the tournament, and we're throwing $10,000 cash out there to be broken up among the winning brackets. But we've got a bunch of other cool things that are happening at this. Some of this has come out already in various press releases and stories that we've posted up on warstcg.com and things like that. Let's try to group some of this stuff together. Outside of the tournament itself, what kind of cool stuff can these guys get when they go out to Vegas?
First off, they are going to be in Vegas, so there is that going for them.
There is that, sure, right.
But the booster draft tournament itself, the Wars Open Championship, I mean, it's a $20 entry fee, and you get to draft 3 pods. So you get effectively 9 packs for $20. And these aren't just regular cards. These are cards that are marked exclusively for the Decipher Vegas Open. So.
All right, now let's talk about that a little bit. You said these cards are going to be marked for this event. Tell us how, tell us why, tell us what that means.
They're going to be stamped, and they have a special unique stamp that isn't going to interfere with the artwork or the game text of the cards, but it's something that's really cool. I mean, we're looking at the stamp image right now, and it looks really cool on the card.
Now, obviously, this is not something we're going to be able to post in advance for you guys out there.
No, for those that don't know, the reason for this is because, we are giving away a little bit of cash. I mean, $10,000 to play a TCG is really, really cool. And we just want to try and keep it as even as possible. We don't want people to be a little unethical. So.
Sure. Just keep it clean. But the cool thing about it is, now, will these cards be tournament legal after this event?
Yes, they will.
So if you're playing a deck, somebody looks across and says, "What's that?" You're like, I was at the Decipher Vegas Open.
Yes.
In Las Vegas.
I mean, how cool would it be to have something like Trumped or something like Disruption that's stamped for the Decipher Vegas Open? I mean, that's really, really cool.
Right. So. And like we said, it's a neat little compact stamp. The original stamp was going to say, I partied with Mark and Trevor in Vegas. And that didn't make it through the committees somehow.
Will Raymond got upset because we didn't include him. But
sure.
Yeah, he's kind of new, so...
Yeah, we didn't want to put him on the stamp.
But... Yeah, so, and then, it was, the people decided the stamp, said, we'd have to make the cards bigger, and I don't know. So we just went with this really cool emblem that's gonna be on the card.
All right, so you can also pick up some unique cards when you're there as well, passing out for various events.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, for the Decipher Vegas Open, you have the limited release Jack Wilgers foil. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. We got those actually we got some of those in the office this week. We had like 8, and they're everybody was like,
wait a second.
I hand out some of the marketing cards to some of the people throughout and Mark's the PR manager, so he needs to see some of them too. And
I don't recall seeing it.
People see they know that they're printed around the same time, so they're like, well, I have this marketing card. Can I see we have the edge of I gave you the Edge of a Sword release card, which we won't talk about that yet.
Yeah.
And then other people would come up to me and go, well, I want to see the Jack Wilgers foil. And it's, we'll just wait.
Uh-huh.
Well, we didn't make a lot of these, so we don't want to...
and they don't ship me a lot of free magazines either when those come in.
Well,
Who's the first person at my door when the new Scry comes in? You?
No, it's not Scry, it's Wizard.
Whatever. All right, so you can get the foil Wilgers card.
Yes.
Very cool stuff. You can only get this at this event right now.
Yes, you get the stamped cards, and that's 9 packs worth of stamped cards.
All right. Now, some questions have come up this week about the actual tournament itself and the use of the packs. We've announced already that it's going to be 2 Incursion, 1 Nowhere to Hide. What's the order going to be on that? Because as these guys rightfully point out, that does make a difference.
It does make a difference. Will and I are, and then some of the other people in the development team are actually going to test it out. over the next few days. So we're actually in the middle of testing for Edge of a Sword, so we don't want to take away from that. So we kind of have to test on the side, like during lunch and on the weekends. But we'll probably get it figured out by next week.
But so far, we're leaning toward...
if I was a betting man, and since this is Vegas, I would probably go towards Incursion, Nowhere to Hide is the order that it would draft in.
All right, so if you guys want to go
out...
If
you want to test this weekend, test with Incursion, and Nowhere to Hide.
And by all means, too, we do have some contests that we're running with our D-agents right now to run some booster draft tournaments locally up until the Decipher Vegas Open. So there should be a booster draft tournament near you. If there's not, sign up, become a tournament director. Run your own. Retailers love booster draft tournaments.
Everybody should love booster draft tournaments. Every CCG I've played, I've loved to booster draft it. Even the ones that weren't necessarily draftable. And I know you and I have played a few of them.
Yes.
We've tried to draft a few of them that weren't necessarily draftable.
All right. What else is going on besides the $10,000 Open Championship?
We'll have various drafts throughout the weekend. Some of those we're going to make free to players that have played in the Open. Those details will come a little bit later. The other thing, there's Wars Premier Series qualifier on Saturday for people who want to earn Premier points, which will help for the further Premier Series events later on in the year, which includes a limited release All-Nac Station hallway foil. I mean, that's the only place you're supposed to be able to get that foil. So
right. Also, I see team events on the schedule down there.
Yes,
as well.
There's a team event on Sunday only 16 people get to play in the final day of the Open, so there's going to be lots of people that want to play Wars on Sunday, so we'll give them a team event.
How does a team event work?
It's a team of 3, and say you, me, and Will want to put together a team. We would sign up as Team Decipher or Team Vegas, baby, or whatever we want to call the team. And our score would be combined together, and that's wherever the team placed. Like, say, because I would go 6-0. And you would go probably...
I'd go 1-5.
You'd probably go maybe 4-2.
Okay, all right.
And then Will would go...
He's only being generous because I didn't get the Wilgris foil.
Will would go like 0-6. So you'd combine all of those together, and that would be our score. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else happening?
And the Wars tournament, Scott Gaeta would definitely want to mention the trophy. We're going to have a picture of one of the previous trophies we've used for team tournaments, and they've kind of been in a hiatus for the last year or two, so we're bringing those back. It's actually a pyramid that breaks apart.
Yeah.
And then when your team's together, you can put the pyramid back together, so it makes one bigger trophy.
Oh, cool.
It looks really... But they're trophies by themselves.
Sure.
But then if you want to put it together, it makes a bigger trophy.
Well, that's fun if you're coming representing a retailer.
Yes.
From some place, because a lot of retailers will keep that on their shelf, and if it's 3 people together, it really is not so cool if one of the guys wants to take it home.
Well,
then you've got kind of a lopsided trophy, but sure, it's good stuff, though. We should also point out, too, at the Decipher Vegas Open, it's not just about Wars TCG. If you play the Lord of the Rings TCG, there's some great events for that as well. And Star Trek.
Star Trek
CCG,
is a World's
second
Qualifier.
Edition, yeah. And that's got a big year ahead of it in 2005.
Yeah, it does have a great year ahead of it. I'm actually dealing with some of the people with Trek now to get all the promotions worked out.
All right, where's this going to take place?
It's taking place at the Hampton Inn Tropicana, which is right behind the Excalibur. You can MapQuest it or whatever. The address is 4975 South Industrial Road, Las Vegas, Nevada 89118. You could visit our website, www.dgma.com. Has the link, which will link you. It'll give you the address, or it'll link you directly to there's a link to the Hamptons webpage, which I'm pretty sure their webpage is hamptoninntropicana.com, but don't quote me on that. So,
and we've also got some special deals worked out. We've got some rooms blocked off.
We do have some rooms blocked off. Unfortunately, it's not unfortunate because it is Vegas. There's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. Yeah. So there's a lot of rooms that are already taken care of, but we've blocked off a series of rooms, and those are still good to go. So.
All right, so get signed up today.
Yes.
Get your reservations made, and if you live in the surrounding states to this, by all means, carpool. Matter of fact, we've got some threads running on our message boards right now. People in this city or that city, they've got 2 seats left in their car, or they've gotten a room and they've got a couple. We're
carpooling from here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are taking the Decipher party van.
The Decipher party van from here all the way out to Las Vegas. We have to leave next week to get there in time.
Exactly, but it's going to be a great time, folks. We definitely want you there. If you cannot be there, first of all, there's no excuse not to. But if you can't, you're in prison or something. I don't know exactly why. But we are going to run another contest, like a virtual Decipher Vegas Open on Wars Radio. We'll have some secret words, You need to find them in the coverage on www.dgma.com, and you can win big prizes.
Yeah, we have Mark and I have talked about this at great length on how we're going to set up this contest. We're going to have more fun with it. I hope you guys can see how much fun we're going to have with it in the pictures.
I suspect, yes.
So the other thing that I forgot to mention is there's poker chips for everybody who plays in one of our tournaments over this weekend. It's just it's a Decipher Vegas Open poker chip. Mm-hmm. I haven't actually seen the final image yet, so I don't want to describe it too detail. But I'm pretty sure it's a silver poker chip with Decipher Vegas Open on it.
Nice.
So it'll be for everybody that plays in any of these tournaments will be able to get one of these.
And that's not something you take to the casino and try to spend.
No, it's not. It doesn't have any monetary value, but it is.
But it has coolness factor.
Yeah, it does have coolness factor. So.
All right, Trevor, Decipher Vegas Open coming up March 11th through the 13th. Thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
You want to hang with us for a couple minutes here?
Sure. I mean, I'm gonna still pick on you about I'm looking at the AFC Championship game and there's no Browns, but I see the Steelers. So.
I want to know where my Wilgris is. All right, contest, folks. 2 weeks ago on Decipher Wars Radio, we did the Decipher Wars Radio mystery box. 5 cards from Nowhere to Hide in the box. We gave you 5 clues. After 1 week, nobody got all 5. Number 2 was giving everybody a lot of trouble. So I gave you an additional clue. I said, take the clue to heart. That was the key word right there, folks.
Clue?
Take the clue literally, and you'll know what it means. So we did have some winners. We only had 3.
I'm a fan of winners.
We had prizes for 4. We only had 3 people get all 3 right.
So we get to keep the 4th prize?
Yes. Congratulations to, this is a guy who has no life because he's always sending me email, Sean Sullivan. He was the first one to get all 5 correctly into me. He wins the booster display of Nowhere to Hide. Second place was Don Rober. Don was he was just a couple hours behind Sean on getting the correct answer. And John Woolhams, they each get 1 of each Nowhere to Hide starter and 2 booster packs for their trouble.
That sounds really cool.
All right, now here were the clues. Card number 1, Ow, You're Bruising My Adam's Apple. This was the Maverick card Jovian Standoff from Nowhere to Hide. Of course, that's where the gambler's got the gun to his neck.
Oh, yeah. The 7 Destiny card.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people said Patch Job might have been the answer to that. They said, well, it could be his Adam's Apple. I mean, Jovian Standoff, I thought that was a gimme. And most people got that one right. We'll skip number 2. We'll come back to that one. Number 5 was Who Said I Had a Big Axe? That was the gimme. That was easy. Battle Axe Bowden, the Maverick card there. Number 4 was Live Long and Prosper. That was a she card called Blinding Scream, where it shows a she getting eviscerated by a Quay, as there often happens.
That's what the Quay live for.
But he's got his hand up, because they only have 3 fingers. So he's got his hand up in what looks like the Vulcan hand symbol.
I was actually going to ask you if you've been talking to Erica to get some Trek characters into the...
Well, I
was like, I don't know. That's what we want.
But. Like we said, though, Trek CCG has a big year ahead of it. So
it does.
I saw that, and I go, that would just be perfect. Let's get that one in there. So that was number 4, Blinding Scream. This one, number 3, this was one of 2 cards. And as I look at the images, it really could have been either one. But the one that I said, the one that we picked, when we picked this, Chuck Kallenbach and I did these, the clue was we have fire, long sticks, now for marshmallows. The card that we originally decided on that this was the Quay card, Ravagers.
Oh, I like that card image. That's a great image.
Because they're all kind of going, woo!
Yeah.
Now, the card Attack Plan shows a bunch of Quay around like a smoking crater, and they're carrying, their various
I can see that. So that does look like they're going to a marshmallow roast.
It kind of looks like it, but there was a little more excitement in Ravagers. Ravagers was the one that gave a lot of people problems. A lot of people said Attack Plan, and it was a good answer, but wasn't the one we had. Now, number 2, 1 ring to rule them all.
Ooh, I know that one.
And a lot of people looked at cards with circular things in it.
Well, it's because they read Tom Litchke's article last year about how we actually cost cards, and if it has a circle, then it has to...
The card was the Maverick card, Empty Heart. If you look at Empty Heart, it's got that little artificial heart on it. The hand holding it has 1 gold ring on it. Very, very obscure.
I can see why you'd stump somebody with that one.
A lot of people said it was Chinden Relk because there's these green rings, like holographic things on it. But so that was it. Jovian Standoff, Empty Heart, Ravagers, Blinding Scream, Battle Axe Bowden. Congratulations to Sean. He was the big winner. Don and John also won some prizes on that. And everybody said they loved it. We got literally probably a couple hundred entries on this.
That's great.
And everybody had a great time, and we will definitely do more of those in the future. All right, moving along now on Wars Radio, since we're getting just a tad long here. The big reveal for this week, we don't have any art yet from Edge of a Sword. They're just in the process of putting that together, but what we have is the first official story, the first official canon fiction of Jack Wilgris. The story's called Playing by the Rules, and it was written by none other than myself. I was bestowed the honor of being able to write the first Wilgris story.
Do they have color by number for stories, too? Is that...
No, but I spent a lot of time with Hooked on Phonics.
Okay.
So check it out, folks. Here it is, warstcg.fanhq.com/articles/article.aspx ? ID equals 645. Check out Playing by the Rules, and let me know what you think. All right.
Seriously, though, I've read the story. It's actually really, really good.
Read it? You liked it?
It was really good.
Why didn't I get a Wilgris then?
Well, I'm sure you have to be in Vegas.
I'll be there. All right, next week, folks, we'll talk more about the Decipher Vegas Open, why it's an event you shouldn't miss. If you have comments, suggestions, or feedback, email me at wars.radio@decipher.com. That's all for this week. Little ZZ Top to take us out.